If you want to gain mastery in bar plots using seaborn in Python, then watch this video till the end. If you haven't watched my previous video where we covered two-dimensional bar plot, then you can check that out as well. Hello everyone, my name is Animesh and welcome to my YouTube channel. So we will be starting with three-dimensional bar plot in this video. We'll be covering grouped bar plot with two categorical and one numerical variable, and with similar variables we'll be plotting cat plot. So let's continue. So just a recap that in the previous video we installed the seaborn and matplotlib library and we imported the necessary libraries. We downloaded the Titanic dataset into the data frame, and then we created a bar plot with x-axis as who, whether it is man, child or woman, and on the y-axis mean survival rate. We saw all the important parameters that are available to us using the seaborn library to plot bar plot. We did a lot of tweaking around that to see which parameter does what. We also did some customization to our plot. We gave it a title, we gave the label to x-axis, we gave the label to y-axis. So let's continue with the group bar plot. Now what is a group bar plot? So a group bar plot is also called as a clustered bar chart. It is a type of a bar chart that displays data where multiple sets of bars are grouped together side by side to compare values across different categories within each group. But this is just a definition. It will be more clearer once we plot it. So what do we need to do a group bar plot? We need two categorical variables and one numerical variables, and then we can plot a grouped bar plot, and then we can derive insights from that. Now how do we plot a group bar plot? It will be same as we did earlier with the two-dimensional bar plot with one numerical and one categorical variable. The only difference is we add one more categorical variable and we will be passing it with one parameter, that is hue, and we'll pass that particular categorical variable to it. Let me just type the code for that. So we'll say SB bar plot, we'll pass the data as df, and on the x-axis we want the category who, that is man, child or woman, and on y-axis we want what is the proportion of survived people within that category. But we also want to see with one more category, that is the class, whether it is first class, second class or third class with which the candidate or the passenger is traveling with. So that is how we want to represent it. So let's just try to execute it and see how our group bar plot looks like. This may take some time. Okay, so we see that we get a very beautiful group bar plot, but here you see that there is these error bars which are coming, and we just saw in the previous video that if we want to remove it, we can just pass this particular variable error bar as none, and I'll just re-execute it. So we see error bars are gone. It looks more neater and more clearer. So it represents something, right? So we see that the proportion of men is lowest, whereas the proportion of women and child who survived is maximum. Okay, so we are doing it with mean estimator, so I'll just pass, although the default one is mean. So there is one more parameter which we saw in the previous video as estimator, and default is mean, so we keep as mean. So let's draw some insights from this particular group bar plot. Let's re-execute it. So the first insight that we, the proportion of children with this is how it looks like. So you see, we get 3 bar plots next to each other, which are segregated by the class first, second, and third. So this looks nice, but there are these error bars which we can get rid of. So we will just pass error equals to none and re-execute it. Okay, so we do not have the error bars now, but we see that there are multiple colors that we do not want. We want it to be standardized with some uniform color. So what we can do is we can just pass the colors is equals to the sb.color palette, and we can index the color that we want. So we index it with 0, say for example, and we get a very standardized color which looks neat and appealing to eyes. So here also we can draw some insight, and we see that in general the men's survival rate is much lower than women and children. Just like in the real life Titanic, it seems men are often the ones who end up drowning. Jokes aside though, well, that's all folks in this video. I hope you guys liked this video. Please subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you in the next video. Till then, take care.